Mother Teresa, born Njaz Ganj Boyajiu, was a Catholic nun and missionary who devoted her life to serving the poor and sick. Her compassion and selflessness inspired millions around the world. Here are some of her most famous quotes. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. The greatest disease in the West today is not TB or leprosy. It is being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for. We can cure physical diseases with medicine, but the only cure for loneliness, despair, and hopelessness is love. There are many in the world who are dying for a piece of bread, but there are many more dying for a little love. The poverty in the West is a different kind of poverty. It is not only a poverty of loneliness, but also of spirituality. There's a hunger for love, as there is a hunger for God. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. Not all of us can do great things. But we can do small things with great love. We can do no great things, only small things with great love. I know God won't give me anything I can't handle. I just wish He didn't trust me so much. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Peace begins with a smile. Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. Love is a fruit in season at all times, and within reach of every hand. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. We think sometimes that poverty is only being hungry, naked and homeless. The poverty of being unwanted, unloved and uncared for is the greatest poverty. We must start in our own homes to remedy this kind of poverty. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. God doesn't require us to succeed, He only requires that you try. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. We need to find God, and He cannot be found in noise and restlessness. God is the friend of silence. See how nature, trees, flowers, grass, grows in silence. See the stars, the moon and the sun, how they move in silence. We need silence to be able to touch souls. Love is not patronizing and charity isn't about pity, it is about love. Charity and love are the same. With charity you give love, so don't just give money but reach out your hand instead. Do not think that love, in order to be genuine, has to be extraordinary. What we need is to love without getting tired. Intense love does not measure, it just gives. I am a little pencil in the hand of a writing God who is sending a love letter to the world. The success of love is in the loving. It is not in the result of loving. Of course, it is natural in love to want the best for the other person, but whether it turns out that way or not does not determine the value of what we have done. There is more hunger in the world for love and appreciation than for bread. The greatest science in the world, in heaven and on earth, is love. Love cannot remain by itself, it has no meaning. Love has to be put into action, and that action is service. Be faithful in small things because it is in them that your strength lies. Love is not a feeling of happiness. Love is a willingness to sacrifice. I want you to be concerned about your next door neighbor. Do you know your next door neighbor? I have found the paradox, that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt, only more love. We must know that we have been created for greater things, not just to be a number in the world, not just to go for diplomas and degrees, this work and that work. We have been created in order to love and to be loved. Let us not be satisfied with just giving money. Money is not enough, money can be got, but they need your hearts to love them. So, spread your love everywhere you go. The greatest gift we can give to others is our presence. It is the ultimate form of love. Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. I have found the paradox, that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt, only more love. One of the greatest diseases is to be nobody to anybody. I see Jesus in every human being. I say to myself, this is hungry Jesus, I must feed him. This is sick Jesus. This one has leprosy or gangrene, I must wash him and tend to him. I serve because I love Jesus. Prayer is not asking. Prayer is putting oneself in the hands of God, at His disposition, and listening to His voice in the depth of our hearts. If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. The most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. It is easy to love the people far away. It is not always easy to love those close to us. It is easier to give a cup of rice to relieve hunger than to relieve the loneliness and pain of someone unloved in our own home. Bring love into your home, for this is where our love for each other must start. I never look at the masses as my responsibility. I look at the individual. I can love only one person at a time. I can feed only one person at a time. Just one. We do not need guns and bombs to bring peace, we need love and compassion. Love is a fruit in season at all times, and within reach of every hand. In this life, we cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great love. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. We are all pencils in the hand of God. Let us touch the dying, the poor, the lonely and the unwanted according to the graces we have received, and let us not be ashamed or slow to do the humble work. Mother Teresa's life and work are a testament to the power of love and compassion. Let us all strive to follow her example and spread kindness wherever we go.